Hello, everyone. So we have LOL OMG, one of the fierce dolls again today. Figure I might as well get both on my shelf. We already unboxed Neonlicious. Um, and now it's time for Royal B to get unboxed. I'm excited because, like, Neonlicious came with a poster, so I bet she does too. Now I have her original doll, because I did show Neonlicious's original and budget doll. Now I don't own a budget doll of Royal B. I don't know why. I would love to. Like, I guess I just haven't bought one yet. Because I've only bought a couple of, like, maybe 5 of the LOL OMG budget dolls. Or I only own like maybe 5 of them, and so I only have Royal B in her fancy wear with her like pants and this black leather jacket and the necklace and her little sparkly gold lipstick and her beautiful hair. I love her hairstyle. Um, I love Royal B. She's a whole vibe. She reminds me a lot for whatever reason of they had like Scooby Doo Incorporated, like a let me I gotta look it up because there's a certain character her original doll reminds me of. Uh, and it's like the oh my goodness. It's Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated. And I don't know like what year it was made. Like I don't remember, but I remember watching it and there was this like DJ lady. What was her name? DJ uh Angel. It was Angel Dynamite in that particular Scooby Doo reboot, and that's for whatever reason, Neonlicious brings her to mind with like the long pants, and I don't know. That's what she reminds me of. And like there's no like she wore green, like the color scheme is different, but she reminds me of her with the big curls and just she's a vibe. I love her. Um I don't think I think I even when I made a video about Royal B, let me look because I'm pretty sure I even stated in my video that she reminded me of her. Um I think it was Royal B that reminded me of her. I'm pretty sure. Um cuz I was loving her. I'm pretty sure it was Royal B that reminded me of her. And I just remember it very distinctly being like, oh, that's who she reminds me of is Angel Dynamite. I'll link my original review of this LOL OMG doll, because you'll probably see me mention it in there, and I'll have brought up like a picture of Angel Dynamite from Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated. She just gives me that vibe of being like really cool and laid back and like I don't know. She also, I also think like the 4 main girls, Neonlicious, Swag, Royal B, and Lady Diva, remind me of the Spice Girls. I don't know why my brain is making these connections with these dolls, but it is. Um, and I love the Spice Girls. My dad. I was raised by my little brother's dad. His biological dad. He and my mom met when I was a baby, so it's the only really dad I've ever known, like the only father figure. My biological father was just in and out, so much, like so much as a kid, and so like he wasn't who I viewed as my dad. I took my biological I took my little brother's biological dad's last name, when I turned 18, because, you know, that was my dad to me. That was who brought me to school, who helped me with my homework. Like, you know, I was a daddy's girl when it came to my, you would most people call him my stepdad. I don't. That's my dad. But it gets confusing when I talk to people. And I'm like, yeah, that's my dad. And then, you know, you get further into the conversation. They're like, oh, you mean your stepdad? Well, no, he and my mom split up eventually. But that's my dad. Even after he and my mom split up, he stayed in contact and was there for me whenever I needed him. Like, that's my dad. Like, that's the only person I've known as my dad. I don't believe blood is what makes you family. You know, just because I had an amazing, dad like that. Like, I couldn't have asked, for a better, father figure in my opinion. I mean, he was just there consistently, you know? We put socks on when I was a kid, and we have a picture of it, and we were playing, like, sock wars. I have it, actually, downstairs in a drawer, and we were playing, like, little sock wars with this picture, and whatnot, and, I don't know, it was cute, because, like, my stepdad put on socks on his hands. I had socks on my hands, and I was, like, trying to push his hands back, because to prove I was all big and strong. But I remember my mom, when I'd be in trouble, she'd be like, I'm going to call your dad. You know, I'm gonna call him. And she'd call him, you know, by his name at the time. But she'd be like, I'm going to call your dad. Like, you're going to get in trouble. Have fun. If you don't shape up, like, I'm calling your dad. And I remember, and she wasn't kidding, because she did call my dad. You know, it's like, it wasn't an empty threat, and she would call him, and he would come home from work and be like, I had to miss work for this. Like, why am I missing work? Why couldn't you behave and listen to your mother? But he would come home, because that's the kind of dad he was. He would come home, and I remember he used to work, like, a lot of overnights too, because he had, like, a very demanding job. And he would come home, and he'd be like, I had to come home from work for this. Listen to your mother, respect your mother. My dad was Italian, my stepdad. And I remember he wore an Italian horn, or he had one, and he showed me it, and I had never seen one before, because my mom's Irish. Granted, like, my parents split up before I was born. Like, they knew I was their second kid. They knew it was going to work. They split up. So my stepdad was in my life from the time I was a baby. Like, he changed my diapers. My mom had to call him and be like, oh my goodness, your kid rubbed poop all over the walls. Like, I can't clean this up. And he'd be like, of course, it's my kid when she rubs poop all over the walls. Then it's my kid. When she gets a straight A, it's your kid. But, no, we had a lot of, like, jokes and like, memories, together. And I'm really grateful, because, like, I'm getting a lot of my childhood memories coming back from my brain injury. They'll pop up. Something will trigger the memory. And this has triggered a lot of memories for me of time spent with my stepdad. And I've talked a lot about it with my mom. He's got pancreatic, liver, and, stomach cancer. It is terminal. But we're going to make him comfortable and surrounded by families in his last day. The whole family's going to help out. He's going to move back onto my mom's property, because they're still best friends, even though they split up. Like, it was an amicable split up. And they co-parented really, really well. And whatnot. So I'm grateful for that. Like, they were both very mature about it. Like, I don't have a bad thing to say about my stepdad, as, you know, like, sure, it didn't work out between him and my mom, but, like, he stepped up for me when, like, I needed a father. And even when, you know, I didn't realize I needed that father figure, and how important that was to me. Because I think when you're young, you don't always realize like what you feel like. Like I never felt like anything was missing when I had my stepdad and my mom were together. Um, I didn't realize how much I needed that father figure until I got older. You know, like you do need that father figure. Um, and I had that father figure with my stepdad. I have always called him my dad, but um, like in my eyes, he's always been my dad. Um, and he's just in general a great man. Like not everybody would like step up for somebody else's kids the way he did. He helped raise both me and my older brother, and he tells everyone I'm his daughter. He went to get something at a store once, and he was like, "Yeah, my daughter came here recently," and I thought that was the cutest thing. Like that was the man, growing up, who I was like, that'll be who walks me down the aisle because he invested so much time in my life and helped make me the person I am. So like I know grief doesn't always start when your parent passes. It really can start sooner than that. It starts when you find out that you know it's coming, and you're mourning that loss of what you're not gonna have, and things like that. So I know I'm grieving a little. But my dad was very supportive of my doll collection. He bought me a dollhouse when I was younger. It was taller than I was. I was short. My stepdad's tall. The dollhouse was taller than me, and I loved that dollhouse so much. Like I if I could find you a picture of it, I would. It was. I just remember it being really tall, and I remember being like, "Ooh, I'm a fancy kid with my fancy dollhouse." Like I was spoiled by him, and not like in a bad way. Like he did teach me respect and manners and things. Um, like me and my brother, we were raised to let your elders take the front seat. Whoever is older than you, it's just a sign of respect. He taught us no ball caps at the table because I played t-ball, and he'd be like, "Nah, nah, 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 nah. That cap on your head, it's got to be off at the table." Like he was a very fair parent, you know. Like I knew his rules were fair. And so like yeah, I was very lucky. I was very lucky to have him step up. And I'm so glad that he was supportive of my doll collection, and he said it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, it's what you think, and you can always do what you set your mind to. And he was just a really good person. Like nobody's perfect, but like he was perfect to me because that was my dad, you know. Um, but here's the fierce version of LOL OMG. Hope you don't mind my rant. And my not really a rant, my ramblings while I was getting her out of the box. I love this dramatic cape. I'm they went for shorts instead of a jumpsuit, and yeah, it's got the vibe of the original look. It's got the black, it's got the gold, it's got this gold belt that is really beautiful. It's got the gold choker that looks the same on the that kind of looks the same on the original doll. This one looks golder to me. She has curls. The only thing is her curls aren't as like textured. Like it's not the same kind of curls as like this doll has. This doll has a really cool afro. I love her new hairstyle, but at the same time, I like the other hairstyle because of the diversity it gave, and it showed other hairstyles and hair texture that you could play with. Like I had not seen as many dolls when this doll came out with this particular hair texture. I mean, there were some Barbie ones, but I just thought her hair was gorgeous. She's got a different color lipstick. It's more of like a sparkly plum color, like a dark purple. She's got some gold eyeliner over her thick black eyeliner. I love the thick black eyeliner that they went with for the Fierce girls. She's got this gold cuff. Now, the articulation with this dolls, they are articulated at the knee, at the wrist. Their head, kind of moves from side to side. and everything. I love because she's royal bee, like the honeycomb pattern on her top. I thought that was a unique touch to give her. Their hands are different than the regular LOL OMG dolls. These ones have like a little hinge where you can move the hand up and down. These ones do not. Like, they're flexible, but like it doesn't, there's no moving hinge. Like, it doesn't really bend the same, which I don't mind because they gave us the knee articulation. Like, you can't have everything you want in one doll. As my stepdad would probably be like, you can't have everything all at once, you know. You gotta, sometimes people gotta pick and choose, Brittany. You can't have your whole wish list all in one day. Like, let's be realistic. Let's tone down the expectations, you know. I was really hoping she'd have the same hand articulation with the knee articulation. She doesn't. But I love the knee articulation. I love these, like, net stockings with the black and gold shoe. Her heels on the back are black and gold. And it looks like it's supposed to be like a belt that goes around with like the painted details. I feel like she was really well done. Like I said, I love the cape because she is the queen, you know. She needs a little dramatic entrance. I feel like these dolls could like walk a fashion show. They have these little like leathery, pleathery cuffs. You could probably remove them. They're only from the elbow to the wrist. I am not going to remove them because I just like the drama they add. The top has like some metal buttons near the shoulder. Definitely collector worthy. Let me show you her her poster. Because I was so excited about the posters. I really was. Because I wasn't expecting it. Like, I'd watch reviews on the dolls, but for whatever reason, I guess I wasn't paying attention to the part with the poster. All of the posters have like the same back with all 4 of the characters, but the front is different. So this one says, make it bold, make it buzz, make it boss, Royal Bee. Like with her like signature almost. Like it looks like it would have her signature. And I'm keeping these posters because that is awesome. They have the stand, they have a brush. I feel like I have so many brushes that I don't get as excited about doll brushes. Like, yeah, it's nice when they come with a brush, but like do you know how many Rainbow High brushes I have and how many LOL brushes I've collected and all the brushes I've collected? Like, it gets a little like tiresome with the brushes after a bit. Like, I'm just saying, I did not need the brush. Now, the stand works better on her than Neonlicious, because Neonlicious had this puffy, like, bomber jacket, so she wouldn't fit in the stand very well. Royal Bee fits in her stand perfectly. I like this stand better for Royal Bee. She's waving to people. She knows she's the queen. I love these little, like, braids on top of her hair. I feel like they're very unique. Like, I haven't seen that before. It looks really, really nice with the braids and then the curls. But yeah, like, before she had, like, really, like, tight coils of curls and, like, 2 little buns on top. And I just thought it was so cute and, like, I loved it. And I love the curly hair, too. Like, she looks fab with the curly hair, but, like, I don't know. I almost missed the little afro because it was kind of fun. Let me know which one you like better. Do you like original Royal Bee or Fierce Royal Bee better? I love the accessories. She has these like little hoop earrings that are gold. Trying to get some of the accessories off to show you. And I don't know about undressing. I'm kind of scared to undress her because I feel like I won't be able to dress her, like, back up the same. It looks, though, like this is elastic. So, like, yeah, because she's got, like, her shirt on under here. So the belt connects to the train. So, like, I don't really know how you're getting it off. Like, her hips are a little wide. Like, I don't think I'm getting her undressed, even if I wanted to. Does the belt, like, open or something? Am I missing something? Okay, it looks like the belt unsnaps, so you can get it off easier than I thought. The belt, if you just kind of gotta push it like this, and it. Let me show y'all. I won't be able to get it back on perfectly, but it snaps like this. So it's like this, and you just kind of push back and lift, and it comes off. It's a beautiful train. Underneath, you have some like gold chain details that were really hidden by the train. So that is interesting to me. It's amazing what catches my eye. Like I had seen, I think I had seen like a bit of the gold train, but not like all of it. So I'm kind of excited to see those gold chain because to me that really ups like how expensive the doll feels. She has these little sides to her shirt, which makes her hips look a little thicker. We love us a curvy girl. I'm a little curvy. I feel like their body proportions they're definitely taller than the LOL, so I feel like the body proportions are different. Like she definitely got them curves, and I like them curves. But no, in all seriousness, I do like seeing different body shapes represented. And a lot of people are very, there are a lot of curvy people out there. I know I got like a little bit of curve. I gotta lose some weight so you'll see more of my curves. But I got a little bit of like curves. Like I'm not the skinniest, in the world, and I'm okay with that. I'm not like overweight either, but like it's all right, Like I feel very represented by her. I really like her. I like the body shape on the LOL fear stalls where they're very curvy. They do look like they're older or more adult. So maybe this is Royal B as a teenager, and then this is like Royal B off to college or something, or like strutting down the Fastway show as like a young adult. Is what I'm kind of picturing in my head. Unless you want her to be like, give her a new name and pretend she's like a big sister or like a mother or something. I think like big sister would be accurate because she's still very youthful looking. She has a bag. It does open. I love when they make a bag open. Even if I can't fit anything inside of it, I still want the bag to open. Maybe that's just me. I still want the bag to open. But other than that, I hope you're having a fabulous day. Thank you for listening to me vent and talk about how I grew up a little. And while I unboxed this beautiful girly, I would suggest you get the Fierce Cells. I don't think they're selling them anymore.